Hi, I'm Bob Markey. It's a beautiful spring day here in Rahway, New Jersey. Today, our town is all built up, and other than a beautiful park like this, we have virtually no open space. We still do have trees, and quite a few of them, and some are really spectacular. However, Rahway's street tree population has shrunk by 1/3, and it's not only Rahway's problem, forests are shrinking everywhere. So what's the fix? Our organization's goal is to help our city restock, rebuild, and restore Rahway's urban forest. Tree populations in some of our neighboring certified tree cities are actually flourishing. Why is that? It's because these towns have implemented Tree City USA's 2 primary eligibility requirements. Each has established a volunteer tree board comprised of concerned residents, business owners, and city officials, guided by a certified tree expert. And each town has passed a tree care ordinance that protects, manages, and enforces all aspects of their city's tree care program. Rahway has some catching up to do. So what's the fix? First, we'll need to form our own tree board, and next, we need to enact our own tree ordinance. With our help, these can both be accomplished quickly and easily by our mayor and city council. But our greatest challenge will be to tackle the Forestry Plan. Written for Rahway by a certified tree expert, the Community Forestry Management Plan. It's designed to cost-effectively develop, maintain, and promote safe shade tree decisions. So let's unpack this plan, see where we've been falling short, and how we can better achieve its objectives. Update tree inventory. This inventory is kind of like a census, except for trees, and we haven't had one since 2002. You got to know what type of trees you've got, where they are, and how many you have. Without this, you simply can't make sound tree care decisions. Increase tree canopy. It's a bird's eye view of our city's urban forest. The plan's goal was to double our tree canopy. Instead, it's shrunk because each year we've been cutting down more trees than we replant. Improve tree diversity. Trees also suffer from pandemic diseases. Blights and infestations have killed millions and millions of our country's trees. City records reveal that of the 60 street trees recently planted, 56 were the same species, tall, growing red maples. Smart green cities plant different types of trees so that when a disease strikes any one species, they're spared a widespread tree disaster. Trees come in all different sizes, colors, and shapes. They're like shirts: small, medium, large, extra large. There are lots of choices. If your only choice was a 60-foot big red maple tree, you might say, thanks, but no thanks. I don't think I'll have one planted in front of my house. Prevent needless tree removal. This healthy-looking Central Avenue tree was marked by the city to be cut down. Our organization then contacted a certified tree expert who confirmed the tree was in fact healthy and did not warrant removal. City Hall reversed their decision and a healthy tree was spared, which asks the question, how many other healthy trees might have been saved over the years? Follow planting guidelines, which means planting the right tree in the right place and in the right way. On Westfield Avenue, these young oak trees were planted directly under electric wires and only 10 feet apart. Not the right tree. Oaks grow too tall for this location. Not the right spot. Planted directly under overhead electric wires. And not planted in the right way. Too close together, just 10 feet apart. The electric company would have no choice but to leave us deformed trees with their center limbs cut out. Now, in this case, this little downtown guy is as cute as a button, but it's a dwarf pear tree whose fruit can litter the sidewalk, creating a slip and fall hazard. Fruit trees are better planted in our parks or home gardens. Start preventative maintenance. Had we implemented the plan's recommended preventative maintenance program, it's likely that the $450,000 cost of cleanup for Superstorm Sandy would have been much less. And this holds true for the Tropical Storm Isaias. Had this program been in effect, our trees would be healthier and less likely to topple over in a storm. And it's not just storm damage. Public safety must be the driving force in addressing all our tree maintenance decisions. By doing so, we lessen potential hazards to our residents, firefighters, police, and first responders. Institute post-planting care. Once you plant them, are you done? Nope. Our forestry plan requires the removal of all stakes and ties within 1 year of planting. It was properly staked. This is to hold it in its first year or two from being blown over in the wind. However, something was forgotten, and that was cut the wires with a pair of pliers, remove them, remove the stakes, and it would have solved that problem. Are you done? Nope. You gotta remove the grates too. The sidewalk grate for this tree wasn't removed in time. So as the tree grew, the trunk muffin-topped over the grate. And sadly, this guy is not likely to survive. Tree trunks also need protection. From what? Weed whackers, lawnmowers, and deer rub. We need to implement the plan's recommendation to install inexpensive trunk protectors around our city's young street trees. These trees suffered severe trunk damage from deer rubbing that will forever scar them and shorten their lives. A $5 trunk protector would have saved taxpayers the $350 cost to replace each tree. Now, when we absolutely have to remove a tree, we've got to remove the stump too. They're not only unsightly to us, but to potential buyers as well. You can dress them up, but these old stumps really need to be removed so we can plant new, healthy trees. Over 150 stumps are still on our city's to remove list, and with most dating back years. Let's remember, our tree problems didn't happen overnight. They've been generations in the making. However, we can begin today to create a tree board, enact a tree ordinance, and better tackle the goals of the forestry plan, making Rahway lush and green once again. What can I do to help? Lots of things. We really need you. So, subscribe to Save the Trees of Rahway on YouTube and watch all our videos. Like us on Facebook, where you can sign the petition and get involved. Or email us your support. Just type in help@savethetreesofrahway.org.
The minute you enter Rahway, you got these beautiful, mature trees, you know, and it looks different and it feels different. It's to me, it puts a smile on my face. The tree-lined street is always the more desirable and the more valuable real estate. So it's been historically proven that trees add value not only to our quality of air and other ways, but to the bottom line.
This is just, I just absolutely love it. And I like the shade, you know. The early days, everybody told me trees were because the horses were everything. And you had to keep the horses cool in the warm weather.
I mean, so you would actually support the Shade Tree Commission?
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. Are you kidding? Look at this.
Not that I'm against trees. I love trees. Just not in front of my house, okay? I'm picking up sticks all day long. I'm out here sweeping. That's a lot of work. lives, I'm not spring chicken. They take this tree, they put it in that park, I'll go visit every day, okay? Bring us sandwiches, whatever it wants, but it's just not in front of my house, okay?